I just seen my brother body. Gunshot wound to the chest, right? And that nigga look like he sleep. My brother look like he sleep. He like he at peace. I've also seen videos of shit. So, whoever the nigga was that got out on my brother, they was already sitting there for like 10, 15 minutes. Since when do a motherfucker pull up there and sit for 10 minutes with tinted windows and don't nobody wash their car?
Kevin Tugg. Watson was a man who carried his name with pride. Born and raised in Chicago, he became well known in his neighborhood for his presence, his energy, and his style. Friends and neighbors recognized him as someone who stood out, someone whose name carried weight. The chain he wore with the word
back down, feeling good today. So this is what I'm gonna do. 7 grams for $10. 7 grams. You know, like, ain't no college. I'm doing it because this is what I can do and this is what I want to do. 14 grams for 20. Y'all check in. After 3 for sure. Let me get the money.
Not just for himself, but for those closest to him. Kevin was a father. His young son was the center of his world. Those around him said that his child gave him strength and purpose. He often expressed his love for his family. And despite the hardships of life in Chicago, he tried to make the most of his days. His role as a father shaped how he lived and how others saw him. To people who spent time with him, Kevin was someone who could bring life into a room. He enjoyed sharing stories, laughing with friends, and staying connected to people both in person and online. Social media became one of his favorite outlets, a way to show his personality and keep in touch with many at once. Live streaming on Facebook was one of the ways he connected with the world. Away from the phone and the screen, Kevin valued his family bond. He was not just a father, but also a brother.
It was so many of you bitch-ass niggas out there on that camera. None of you niggas said, watch that car. You niggas knew what was gonna happen. And y'all waited. Y'all waited. I watched the video. I don't need no more motherfucking proof. You niggas waited. Didn't no motherfucker care to help. Nobody cared to help. You niggas watched that motherfucker sit there for 10 motherfucking minutes.
Tragedy. Kevin's life, while not lived in the spotlight of fame, mattered to many who crossed his path. His memory lives not only through the chain that bore his name, but also through the stories told by his family and the love left behind. He was more than a live stream. He was more than a headline. He was Kevin Tugg Watson, a man whose life touched others in ways only they can fully describe. Before we dive in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Drop a comment below. Where are you tuning in from? What are your thoughts as this story unfolds? Your voice matters. These are real people, real tragedies, and real lessons we can't ignore. Share this video with someone you care about. It can make all the difference. Welcome to Unseen Crime Dossiers, your home for spine-chilling cases, haunting before mysteries, and deep dives into the world of crime. From jaw-dropping real-life events to groundbreaking forensic discoveries, we're here to uncover the truth behind the most gripping investigations. Step inside, examine the evidence, and lose yourself in the shadows of true crime. On the evening of August 13th, 2025, Kevin Tugg Watson.
Good morning, my people. One thing life taught me, you'll ruin yourself trying to make sure everybody else happy. You feel me? Make sure you happy first. That's where it started at. Everything starts with you. It's all about you first. Then you take care of everybody else.
Toward Kevin. His attention was not on the live stream, but on the chain hanging from Kevin's neck. The necklace bore the name Tugg, a piece of jewelry that symbolized his identity. The man demanded the chain. The situation shifted quickly from words to confrontation. What began as a broadcast meant to connect with friends turned into a deadly encounter. Kevin resisted, and the exchange grew tense in a matter of seconds. Gunfire erupted. Kevin was struck in the chest, while the live stream kept running. Viewers heard the noise and saw the chaos play out on their screens. The video showed what no one expected to witness, a violent crime as it happened in real time. In the parking lot, panic spread. Witnesses rushed toward Kevin, trying to provide aid. Emergency responders were called, and soon ambulances and police vehicles arrived on the scene. The broadcast, still active, continued to capture the aftermath of the shooting. Kevin was transported to Mount Sinai Hospital by paramedics. Despite immediate medical attention, his wound proved fatal. Not long after his arrival, doctors pronounced him dead. His life ended on the same night. He went live.
So I can move accordingly. You feel me? So I come home, I feel bad. Is that okay with you? Whatever you got going on, whatever you feel, go do it. It's okay with you. I'm not that much invested to be affected by it. So I guess that means I'm acting funny. But you want me to kill? You want me to hurt? You want me to let you, allow you to let me down? Hell no. Me walking to court today, hoping I walk up out this bitch. If I don't fuck them, I ain't violated shit.
The crime was no longer only about the act itself, but also about how it was consumed by millions online. Police presence in South Austin increased in the days after the shooting. Detectives canvassed the neighborhood, interviewing witnesses and collecting digital evidence. The search for the gunman became urgent, as the suspect had managed to escape during the chaos. For investigators, the live stream...
Me walking to court today, hoping I walk up out this bitch. If I don't fuck them, I ain't violated shit.
From Kevin Tugg, Watson setting up his phone to the final moments before the broadcast ended. Investigators slowed down the video frame by frame, searching for details that could reveal the attacker's identity. Witnesses present at the parking lot were called in for interviews. Some described the suspect's clothing, while others recalled hearing words exchanged before the gunfire. Accounts were pieced together to form a timeline, though not all details aligned. Still, each testimony gave detectives new directions to pursue. Forensic teams returned to the scene multiple times. They collected shell casings, fingerprints, and possible DNA left behind. Surveillance cameras from nearby stores were also pulled to determine the shooter's path both before and after the incident. Technology became as important as human memory in reconstructing the crime. The chain at the center of the confrontation gained renewed focus. Detectives treated it as more than stolen property. It symbolized a motive behind the attack. Whether it was taken or dropped remained unclear, but the item represented a lead that could not be ignored. As days passed, tips began arriving at the police station. Some came from anonymous callers, others from individuals who recognized the suspect from the video. Detectives sorted through every claim, filtering rumors from verified information. Each credible tip was logged and followed by field investigations. Law enforcement agencies collaborated beyond the city. Federal resources were consulted to track online activity surrounding the video. Digital fingerprints, social media activity, and patterns of communication were analyzed. Investigators believe the answers might lie both in the physical evidence and the digital trail left by the suspect. By the second week of the investigation, progress was visible but incomplete. Leads had narrowed the suspect pool, yet no arrests had been made. Detectives continued to press forward, determined to bring resolution to a case that had unfolded in front of the world. Detectives turned their attention toward narrowing down potential suspects. From the video and witness descriptions, they built a profile of the shooter, focusing on height, clothing, and mannerisms. Still, the attacker's face had been partially hidden, forcing investigators to rely on indirect details. Neighborhood canvassing began across South Austin. Officers visited homes, businesses, and community centers asking about any recent disputes or threats involving Kevin Tugg Watson. While not every conversation led to new information, some residents hinted at
Niggas keep my name in y'all mouth with y'all bitch ass, but y'all can't fuck with me on no level. You ain't got more money than me. You can't whoop my ass. You don't just fly than me. Like, y'all just be hating to these hoes, man. Get you some money with your broke ass. I'm having fun.
involvement was carefully weighed. Though investigators avoided making early conclusions, the violent nature of the shooting, combined with the chain significance, kept this angle on the table. Teams assigned to intelligence gathering focused on whether rival groups
I just seen my brother body. Gunshot wound to the chest, right? And that nigga look like he sleep. My brother look like he sleep. He like he at peace. I've also seen videos of shit. So whoever the nigga was that got out on my brother, they was already sitting there for like 10, 15 minutes. Since when do a motherfucker pull up there and sit for 10 minutes with tinted windows and don't nobody wash their car? Since when? Motherfucker pull up with tinted windows and don't nobody wash the car. Since when? Anytime a motherfucker ever been somewhere and you know there's shit going on, a motherfucker like, wash that car. It was so many of you bitch ass niggas out there on that camera. None of you niggas said, wash that car. You niggas knew what was gonna happen. And y'all waited. Y'all waited. I watched the video. I don't need no more motherfucking proof. You niggas waited. Didn't no motherfucker care to help. Nobody cared to help. You niggas watch that motherfucking car sit there for 10 motherfucking minutes. Listen, man. Motherfuckers wonder why I be feeling the way I be feeling. You hoe ass niggas. Bitch made ass niggas. Hey. I don't give a fuck who watching. Bitch, a bag better not get sold out there. A loose cigarette better not get sold. Nothing! And I mean that. I don't give a fuck who watching. And I know exactly what the fuck I'm saying, just in case you pussy ass police hit me too, because you motherfuckers not doing y'all job neither. Y'all don't care. Y'all don't give a fuck because y'all had issues with Tugg too. Every motherfucker that had issues with my brother can die. Fuck all you niggas. You hoe ass niggas. Y'all sat there and watched that whole motherfucking plate. The whole motherfucking plate. The whole plate. I watched the camera. That nigga had a shirt on his motherfucking face. Nigga standing there looking at him with the gun in his hand. Two niggas. Didn't no motherfucker try to bust. Didn't nobody care.
Been broadcast live. The public's interest was intense, given how widely the crime had been viewed online. Prosecutors presented their case with a clear structure. They relied heavily on the Facebook Live video, framing it as the central piece of evidence. Combined with eyewitness accounts and digital records, the footage painted a timeline of events that supported the charges brought against the suspect. The defense countered by questioning the reliability of the evidence. Their arguments focused on potential gaps in identification, the interpretation of video footage, and the possibility of other individuals being involved. By raising doubt, they sought to weaken the prosecution's narrative and secure a lesser outcome. Witnesses recalled one after another, each providing a piece of the puzzle. Some described the moments leading up to the shooting, while others recounted what they saw in the chaotic aftermath. Detectives also testified, explaining how the investigation narrowed in on the suspect and how digital tools were used to connect him to the scene. The jury listened closely as both sides presented their arguments. Charts, photographs, and clips from the live stream were displayed. Tugg Watson and the lasting impact of his death on those closest to him. After days of testimony, closing statements were delivered. The prosecution emphasized the strength of their evidence, while the defense urged the jury to consider reasonable doubt. The judge provided final instructions, and the jury retired to deliberate, leaving the courtroom waiting for the outcome. The jury deliberated for hours before sending word that a decision had been reached. Tension filled the courtroom as everyone returned to their seats, waiting to hear the outcome of a case that had held the city's attention for months. The atmosphere was silent when the foreperson stood to deliver the decision. The charges were read aloud one by one. Each guilty verdict was followed by a ripple of reaction from the benches. The evidence presented by prosecutors, the video, witness accounts, and digital records had convinced the jury that the suspect was responsible for the death of Kevin Tugg Watson. The defense team remained composed, though their arguments of doubt had not swayed the outcome. They made immediate note of appeal options, signaling that the legal battle might not be over. However, for the court that day, the weight of justice had come down firmly with the guilty rulings. The judge addressed the courtroom, reminding all present that the trial had been about facts, not speculation. He thanked the jury for their service and confirmed that sentencing would follow at a later date. His words closed the official proceedings, but the impact of the verdict was already clear. Relatives of the victims sat quietly, listening to every word. For them, the verdict was not a return to normal life, but a confirmation that the system had held someone accountable for a crime that had been broadcast to millions. Their reactions were subdued but steady, reflecting the seriousness of the moment. Outside the courthouse, reporters delivered breaking updates as crowds gathered. The story of the live-stream killing had captured wide attention, and the verdict marked a turning point in the public discussion about crime, technology, and accountability. The suspect was let out under heavy guard, leaving the courtroom behind to await sentencing. The trial phase was over, but its consequences would continue shaping conversations in Chicago and beyond. The day of sentencing arrived with heavy anticipation. The courtroom once again filled with reporters, legal teams, and relatives of the victim. Security was strict, and every seat carried the weight of expectation. All eyes turned toward the judge as the final decision approached. The prosecution argued for the maximum penalty, stressing the seriousness of crime carried out in full view of the public. They pointed to the violence and its impact not only on the family, but also on the wider community. Their presentation underscored the idea that this case had set a dangerous precedent that could not go lightly punished. The defense sought leniency, raising arguments about the suspect's background and circumstances. They reminded the court that rehabilitation should be considered alongside punishment. While their appeal was steady, it carried far less influence in a case already marked by overwhelming evidence and national attention. When the judge began speaking, silence fell across the room. He detailed the fact of the case, the weight of the jury's verdict, and the broader damage caused by the crime. Each word built toward the moment everyone had waited for: the formal sentence. The final decision was read without hesitation. The punishment was severe, reflecting both the crime and the message the court intended to send. The suspect expression remained fixed as the reality of the sentence set in. Court officers stood ready, prepared to escort him away as the hearing concluded. Family members of Kevin Tugg Watson listened carefully. The announcement did not erase their pain, but confirmed that the system had taken action. For them, the sentencing was a formal acknowledgement of the loss they had endured. Outside the courthouse, news outlets relayed the ruling to audiences nationwide. The sentence marked the end of a long legal process, closing one chapter of the case while ensuring its consequences would continue to be discussed across communities. Here at Unseen Crime Dossiers, we're driven by a mission to uncover hidden realities, honor forgotten voices, and keep their memories alive. If this story made you pause, reflect, or feel something, there's more coming that will challenge you even deeper. Make sure to hit subscribe, tap the like button, and turn on that notification bell so you never miss a case. We're dropping new episodes regularly, and trust us, what's ahead is even more chilling. Before you go, we want to hear from you. What moment hit you the hardest? Drop it in the comments. Your perspective matters, and your voice helps keep these stories alive. Until next time, stay alert, stay informed, and never stop seeking the truth, because every life deserves to be heard.